I'm here with Tim Sackett at HRU Tech, and we always learn something when we come and visit Tim. And there has been a lot of talk in the news lately about increases in minimum wage. Is this a good thing or a bad thing?
Well, I think it depends on where you sit, right?
Right.
If you're making under $15 an hour, it seems like, hey, this is great.
Yeah.
If you're an employer that is paying people and not having trouble getting people at maybe $10, $12 an hour, this becomes a huge expense, right? And I think part of the issue is it's really market driven. If you're in LA or New York, $15 an hour is probably peanuts, right? They're probably already paying more than that. If you're in northern Michigan, you might be able to get away with paying somebody $10 or $12 an hour, and the $15 an hour seems really, really difficult to deal with.
And is there going to be a trickle-down effect? When that happens, we're going to see an increase in costs in other things?
I mean, that's the reality, right?
Yeah.
Is we keep thinking like, oh, this is great, but the reality is that we know this is going to get passed on to us, the consumer. So if I'm paying now, somebody at a fast food restaurant $15 an hour, we know we're going to pay more for that Big Mac or whatever it is we're going to, right? It's ultimately the consumer pays more.
The burger prices will be going up. You heard it here first. Another thing that's kind of in the news these days is college and education. A lot of people, of course, trying to struggle with those payments, but there's a change too in who we're seeing going to college, and women are going to rule the world, right?
I mean, across the board, we're seeing more and more females as a higher percentage of actual college entrants and college graduates. And which again, we could sit there and go, this is awesome, this is great. We're going to have more white collar females going into into organizations across the board. But there's also a question of, well, why are men not going to college as much, right?
Do we have an answer? Do we know?
Some of this could be economy related, where we know for years and years and years, if you were in high school, it was either you go to college or we don't know, right? There was no other options. And I think now finally we have had so much effort over the last decade about skilled trades and the need, because our skilled trades professionals that are out there are so much older. And so we're now hearing about high school students going and saying, oh, I want to be a plumber, an electrician, a pipe fitter, which is really a positive thing, I think.
There are other options out there.
Exactly.
Personally, I have no problem with women ruling the world at all. I mean,
for sure.
Hello, look at Studio 10. We're ruling the world.
Exactly.
All right, well, thanks for the information today. Stick around. Holly's got more information coming up with Tim as it comes to references. When you put on your reference sheet that you know somebody that you really don't know? Yeah, they'll talk about that coming up.